the most feared shot blockers in NBA history. Hello and welcome back to the Sports Short channel. In today's video, we will introduce you to the most feared blockers in NBA history. Stay tuned and watch the video right till the end. Tree Rollins. Wayne Monty Tree Rollins is an American former expert basketball participant who performed 18 seasons with inside the National Basketball Association for Atlanta Hawks, Houston Rockets, Detroit Pistons, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Orlando Magic. Over the preceding 10 years of his professions, Tree Rollins averaged 4.1 blocks in steps with 75 possessions, a mark that trailed most effective Mark Eaton 5.3 and George Johnson's 4.3 over that span. Additionally, Rollins averaged a league-main 4.3 blocks in 30.9 minutes. But unfortunately, he can be remembered for an incident from that postseason, when Rollins ran into Danny Ainge with an elbow in Game 3 of the primary spherical series. Ainge bit his fingers. Rollins' capacity to guard the rim made a miles larger effect than the skirmish. He became concerned with Ainge. However, the latter follows to this day. He became a whole lot extra than the men who fought Ainge. For a decade plus, he became one of the sport's excellent rim protectors. Shawn Bradley. It's a disgrace that maximum present-day enthusiasts recognize Shawn Bradley from YouTube motion pictures of him being dunked on. Those small pattern sizes do not do his professions justice. Over his first 6 seasons, he averaged 11.0 factors, 7.9 rebounds, and 3.4 blocks in 29 minutes in step with the sport. For his professions, he is first all-time in block percent. Although Basketball Reference play-by-play statistics are most effective in 1996-97, his professional internet score swings of 6.3 is higher than that of Kawhi Leonard 5.1 and James Harden 4.9 amongst different stars. Over his ultimate 5 seasons, the Dallas Mavericks have been plus 12.0 factors in step with 100 possessions, while Brad shared the ground with Dirk Nowitzki. They have been plus 7.3 factors in step with 100 possessions, while Dirk became at the ground without the 7'6" rim protector. The most important purpose for that swing became a protection that allowed fewer than 100 factors in step with 100 possessions, while each big had been in. David Robinson. David Robinson is one of the top underrated gamers in NBA records. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Chris Paul, and Magic Johnson are the most effective ones in front of him at the all-time field plus or minus leaderboard. Over his first 7 seasons, he averaged an eye-popping 25.6 factors, 11.8 rebounds, 3.1 assists, and 1.7 steals per game. Perhaps maximum impressive, though, became the 3.6 blocks in steps with the sport he averaged over that stretch. When a participant does many different things, it is clean for one skill, mainly a shielding one, to wander away inside the shuffle. Most of the gamers featured here failed to score by skip or rebound as a whole lot as the Admiral. That he became capable of bringing the burden he did on offense and guarding the rim at an all-time degree is a testimony to his versatility. In 1991-92, Robinson was named Defensive Player of the Year. He additionally made 8 all-defense squads over the path of his profession. Dikembe Mutombo. Young NBA fans are probably all familiar with Dikembe Mutombo's legendary finger whack. For nearly decades, it becomes his calling card after a block, and he had masses of possibilities to do it. Mutombo trails most effective Olajuwon in professional blocks. He had seasons with extra than 4 blocks in steps with sport, 8 seasons with minimum of 3 blocks in steps with sport, and 11 seasons with extra than blocks in steps with the sport. Like Hakeem, sturdiness became critical for Mutombo in growing this excessive up the list. But being 7th all-time in professional blocks in step with sport and 5th in block percent display, he had a heck of a peak too. For a decade and a half, the 4-time Defensive Player of the Year ruled the interior, and he, in the end, has become a version of stars transitioning role participants status. Mark Eden. Mark Edward Eden became an American expert basketball participant who spent his whole professions with the Utah Jazz of the National Basketball Association. Named an NBA All-Star in 1989, he was twice voted the NBA Defensive Player of the Year and became a 5-time member of the NBA All-Defensive Team. In addition, Mark Eden slightly performed for his excessive faculty basketball team. He failed to head off to university basketball until after a flip as an automobile mechanic close to Cypress College. At that shop, Cypress assistant Tom Lubin satisfied Eaton to present basketball to any other shot. Eaton's development at Cypress became correct enough to earn him a niche at the roster of the founded UCLA Bruins, but he once more struggled to discover gambling time there. Eventually, a discouraged Eaton had a communique with the legend that modified everything. Robert Parrish and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar are the most effective gamers in league records who had extra blocks from an age 40 seasons onward. There you have it, most feared blockers in NBA history. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.
Piano on the track.